Go Pats, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Go Pats. Did I mention Go Pats? Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's turn to the business at hand. And that's a conversation with our guest this morning. He's at the front lines of the battle for justice and clout for Greater Boston's African-American community. Attorney Michael Curry, elected last fall to a third two-year term as president of the Boston NAACP. Mr. Curry, welcome.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Excuse me, Mike, right? We determined that before. Mike, our viewers know we tape this segment on Friday mornings. We had the big blizzard on Tuesday, and over the years, I've become well aware of the sense of many in communities of color in Boston that they are sort of at the bottom end of the list when it comes to city services. So as of Friday morning, what are you hearing about the plow job in these communities?
Yeah, I think, folks realize that relatively new mayor, first year, that there are some challenges to meeting the demands of a blizzard like the one we just had. So I think we're still taking in information on how that process went. Having known Mayor Walsh for a long time from his days on Beacon Hill, I'm feeling confident that he was even-handed or distributed resources fairly. But we'll take that in as people contact us with their complaints and in some cases their compliments.
Well, since we're on that subject of politicians and their responsiveness to communities of color, in his campaign, Governor Charlie Baker promised he would be especially attentive to the concerns of the black community. He made a big deal about campaigning hard in communities and vowed that he would be, if not more accessible than Governor Patrick, at least as accessible. What's your early take on whether or not he's living up to that?
Yeah, we're going through with a group of organizations, the Urban League, a group of church leaders talking about assessing his first year in office. I think one thing that we pretty universally agree on is that he's one of the most accessible mayors that any of us can recall.
The governor, you meant.
I mean, the governor.
Yeah.
That Charlie Baker has been able to meet with folks that have requested a meeting with him, and of course, it's only been a few weeks.
Right.
That gives us an opportunity, and we're on that list of folks that want to get in and talk to him about economic development, around housing, around education opportunities. So we'll see. It's a short period of time since he took office. It's really whether we have access 6 months from now or 2 years from now that really will be the judge.
All right, and you'll certainly let me know.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Whether or not you're getting that, and
right.
Other members of the media, I'm sure. Speaking of services and benefits, do you see the potential of the Summer Olympic Games coming here as something that would benefit the community, hurt it, or something in between?
Yeah, we pulled a committee together that's focused specifically on the Olympics. And the challenge is, as we look at other cities, is that in some cases it's brought the economic boost that cities have needed or states have needed. The challenge is that what happens with certain communities in terms of employment opportunities, with contracting opportunities. What happens with all these facilities that are built that go wasted after the Olympics is gone? And can we have access to those Olympic-style swimming pools and facilities? The jury's still out. I think what we're hearing most from our membership is that there's concern. That we need to be making sure that we're not at the table. We're at the table and not on the table in terms of the deals that go on, and that process is underway. Some concerns, and we'll push those issues as this process unfolds.
All right, we'll take a short break, and we'll continue our conversation with the president of the Boston NAACP in just a moment. So please stay with us.